Jo Holmes here with Be You to Be Full Hypnosis and Coaching. Today's video is to talk to you about my opinion of the worst limiting belief out there, which is not feeling like you're enough, not feeling like you're worthy, not feeling like you're deserving. I actually want to say that I'm on a mission to just get rid of this thought in everybody. What a fulfilling world that would be, right? If we all could get rid of this. So what I want to do for the focus of this video, I want to talk about what is this limiting belief? Why do we have it? But most importantly, how do we get rid of it? All right. And I have to tell you, even though I have come a very long way in this regard, every once in a while, I still get something that just creeps up and says, why you, Connie? Why do you think you can do this? And I have been able to, sometimes it sits there for a day, sometimes it's a week, sometimes it, sits there a little bit stronger and deeper than others, but I have found out how to just turn around and flick that crap off of my shoulder. So that's what I want to share with you today. Before I get into the nitty gritty, please, if you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. The reason for that is, one, it gives me feedback, which I think is very important, but also the more activity these videos get, the more that other people will come across this video, and it can help them too. So anyways, what exactly is this limiting belief? Other than the worst thing in the world, in my opinion. I just think it's garbage. But anyways, what is it exactly? So when we are not feeling enough, it is because of a past experience that we've had. And my experience with that is, the majority of the time, that is an experience with another human being. It is a question they asked us, how they asked us the question, the words they say, that type of thing. And so I just want to, if we can all, in our minds, the next time this happens to us, really take a step back and sit there and say, who are you? Who are you to tell me who lives in this body, this mind, and this spirit all the time by myself, who are you to come into my space and to question if I am enough, if I'm deserving, if I'm worthy? And why in the hell would I give you the power to do that? And I need to say right here, I don't care if that person over there is a parent, a spouse, a family member, a best friend. Never give another human being the power to question your worthiness. Never. They're not even entitled. They're not even entitled to, because that person does not know what makes you you. No one knows that but you. So never give your power away in that regard. Okay. So that is what that limiting belief is. Why do people have this limiting belief? And again, it goes back to what it is. Why they would have this is because of past experiences that they've had. And that is a real shame. But a lot of times where some of this stuff gets stuck is because we may have had an event when we were a child, an event that made us feel small or stupid or something like that. And we just allowed it to sit with us and to just be with us. And this is something that we do in the hypnosis world and coaching world. But what we do is we actually take a client back to that initial sensitizing event, that initial event that created that feeling. And the reason that's important is, let's just make up a story here. You're 6 years old and you had a situation at school that made you feel stupid. So what happens when you're 6 years old, you only have 6 years of wisdom and experience and knowledge to help you get through that situation. If you, hopefully people do, but if you had the type of relationship, if you were that type of child that you went home and you shared that experience with a parent or something, and hopefully they talked you out of it, they coached you out of it, like, no, honey, that's not what, like they kind of helped fix it for you. They helped explain it for you. If that was the case, then you probably released that right then and there. But how many times as a child did we just hold this stuff inside of us and we didn't go and talk to a parent or somebody to talk it through and to help them and to allow them to help us see it in a different light. So if that was the case, then you're holding that with you. And so therefore you only have your 6-year-old, again, your 6-year-old wisdom and experience to help you process it. Well, what happens a lot, what we'll do in hypnosis is we actually go back to that event. And the reason we do that is because you now have the benefit. I'm 51, so I'm going to use 51 as the age. You have 51 years of wisdom and life experience and knowledge to now go back to that incident and look at it with fresh eyes, with all of this knowledge. And when you do that, you're like, then you can see it. You can see it in a different light. You can see it probably how if you would have shared that at that time with a parent, probably what would have happened is they would be telling you the stuff that now your 51-year-old self would be telling you, to allow that to not stick with you, to allow that event to not make you feel small or stupid. So that a lot of times is why we have these limiting beliefs. So now how to release these limiting beliefs? So yes, this is a plug for hypnotherapy because it's amazing. So if you are in a position to be able to work with somebody who does hypnosis, that definitely can help you with that. But if you're not in a position right now to do that, one thing I like to ask people to do is to maybe sit with this belief that you have. Really identify, what is it exactly that I'm feeling? Am I feeling that I'm not deserving of certain things? Okay, so if you've kind of identified that, sit with it a little bit longer and be like, where is that coming from? Why do I feel like I'm not deserving of that? Like what happened that would make me feel like that? And maybe you'll recall, certain events or things like that, maybe someone told you that, maybe you shouldn't go for the lead in the school play because, Susie always gets the lead in the school play. So maybe you should go for, this position or something like that. And maybe the person at the time didn't do that to hurt you, and maybe they didn't do it intentionally. Maybe in their eyes, they were looking at it to save you the trouble of, being denied the lead role, but allow you to do something else so that you could get this role. I'm making all this up on the top of my head here. But to sit with something for a while, to identify, where is this belief coming from? Because when you can actually identify it, then you can look at it. Just like something right here, you can look at it and you can pick it apart and you can understand it a little bit better and be like, oh my God, I understand where that came from. And wow, because I had that experience, I let that allow me to be small. Allow me to never go for something big because I didn't feel like I deserved it. I always felt like there was a Susie out there who got the lead role. Connie didn't get the lead role. You can see where I'm going with this, I hope. And so, but like I said, once you can identify where it came from, then you can understand it more. It's almost like reading a book in front of you. You have the whole picture now. You have a bigger understanding now. So therefore, when you have that bigger, deeper understanding as an adult now, 51-year-old Connie, knowing where all that baggage and all that crap came from, I'm now clean, fresh, if you will. And so I can look forward to my life. And the next time an opportunity comes my way, okay, yeah, it's the lead role, whatever it is. It's this big speaking opportunity. It's this big job, this dream job that I've always wanted. You know what? Susie, who always got the lead role, is no longer in the picture. I am Connie, and I'm deserving of that lead role because all of that garbage that I carried with me forever is now gone. So now I can look at this as a clean, new opportunity. And again, knowing that who cares? Who cares if I apply for something and I don't get it? I still tried. I still put that out there to the universe that I was interested. I knew that I was deserving of even putting my name in the hat, right? And that's where we're going with all of this, is to get rid of all of these limiting beliefs. Know that you are just as deserving, just as worthy as the next person. And once you can remove that baggage from yourself, your spirit and your attitude and your essence. I mean, look at me as I'm talking. I'm like sitting up taller. That just carries with you because you're confident and you're like, I can have this. And when you come across that way, whoever you're talking to, whoever's receiving that application, they feel that presence in you. And so therefore, they're probably more inclined to give this to somebody who comes in with such a presence. Do you see where I'm going with this? I trust that you do. And it's just funny, my body language as I'm talking. As I'm talking about Susie Q getting the lead role, I'm sitting down here. But as I'm talking about all that garbage being thrown away and looking towards my future, look at where I'm going with this. So anyways, I don't want to ramble on this. I probably already did a little bit too much, but remember, what is a limiting belief? It's a pile of garbage. Why do we have it? We have it mainly from people who carried around their own garbage and they didn't know they were passing it on to you. And then how to get rid of it? Basically get rid of it by identifying where it even came from, staring it in the face and saying, I'm not accepting that. And then turning the cheek, looking forward and saying that I am deserving. And just putting that out into the universe will allow you to have that essence about you and that attitude. And just please try this and report back to me once you start seeing all these positive, beautiful things occurring in your life. All right. I don't even want to wish you luck because you know what? It's just naturally going to happen. So I just wish you the inspiration and the motivation to get out there and apply these things. All right. Thank you so much. Take it easy and you are enough. Have a great day.